All right, all right, all right. Good evening, everybody. Seems like it's been a little minute since we've been live. This is actually our first live of 2026, correct?
Sure is.
Yeah, so hopefully everyone had they enjoyed themselves throughout the holidays, if that's something that they celebrate, and hopefully everyone had a good New Year's. And yeah, so we're back. We're back starting our lives on Friday. And yeah, it's been a busy week. It's been a lot going on. So let's get into it.
So what you been thinking about this Trump stuff, man?
It's literally Trump versus everybody. Like Trump
on big worm time. Is he pulling up? So everybody talking about they pulling up for 2026. They ain't pulling up like Trump.
I'm telling you.
So we had talked about the what's that president name? Man, something. I can't remember.
Maduro.
Yeah, Maduro.
Yeah.
Him and Nana's Greenland situation.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the Ford plant, he didn't flick somebody off over there. They was kind of tripping though.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I don't even know why they tried it with this president.
Look,
like
Trump. I don't care what nobody say. Trump is the first black president of America. Because I know a lot of people in this. Look, this ain't the. Whoever y'all like is whoever y'all like. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But Obama played everything by the book. He played everything to what he was allowed to do, basically. Right. Trump, all of them, basically got leashes on them. I'm not calling these people animals, but y'all know what I mean about it. But Trump a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? He just almost do what he want to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
he a little rough.
He definitely rough.
He a little rough around the edges.
Kind of exposing his own folks because they don't want. That's what they don't like about him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what make it funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what make it funny. I be laughing at Trump. I know a lot of people don't like him. Of course, you can take it or leave what he be doing out here. A lot of stuff do be dumb, but a lot of stuff be funny. Not to get off into politics, but some stuff I agree on, some stuff I don't. That's what every president. But yeah.
So, it seems to be pretty quiet with this Maduro thing. So, do you really think that he is in prison right now? Like, you think that? What you think?
I don't think so. That man probably in an underground bunker somewhere. I don't know.
I mean, it's really crazy when you think about it. Like this is a political leader. This is a leader of a whole country, and we just, went over there and snatched him up with nothing. Like there was no kind of kickback, kind of resistance,
that's
nothing.
Thing I don't believe about it. I just think. I don't know what to think,
I know, like, it's very bizarre. Very.
Everything these days is so crazy that you don't know what to believe because there's a lot of shows out there, and I think we said that last live. There's a lot of shows out there that kind of expose what goes on, in the political world. So
predictive programming.
Yep. So
absolutely.
Like I said, what Trump don't lie about is when he say fake news.
Right.
Because majority of this news do be fake.
Yes. And you cannot believe everything that you see.
Not everything. Not everything. So, that's the thing with that. I don't know what his man at, but is America on some bully type stuff? Yes. They doing some cricket stuff? Yes. But as far as if he really in jail amongst the people. And I ain't gonna say amongst the people. If he in there, he protected. But I don't think that man. Like
I don't know. I don't think so. But it's like it's very it's disturbing, and people just run around here like everything is normal. Like this is not normal, and I don't know if he was forced out. Because if you think about any of these nation leaders that gave America any type of resistance, you know how it ended. Look at Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein. Like, it didn't end well for them. You know what I mean? So I don't know if Maduro was like, you know what, shoot, I ain't trying to go out like that.
Not to cut you off though, but wasn't it some controversy around Hussein, like
about Saddam? Yeah, I mean, it was at the end of the day, we was going over there, strong arming them for oil.
But I thought I heard that they ain't really killed him.
I mean, look, baby, let me tell you something. There is nothing out here that could be like is beyond the realm of possibilities. Nothing.
And then and I ain't look. I'm definitely not trying to take it back, especially of the lives that was lost. But if we take it back to 01.
9/11?
9/11.
Oh, yeah.
All that was.
Yeah. I mean, it's too much that came out that said that was calculated, orchestrated, I mean, look, y'all. I mean, you can't believe nothing.
Nothing the American government is telling you. Nothing.
You can't believe anything. And honestly, everybody should be out here on pins and needles and their head on a swivel, because I feel like it could pop off at any given time. So while you out here just wilding out, sneaky links and all this other stuff y'all out here doing, man, stuff could pop off at any given moment. It's like, how like it's like the atmosphere is unstable. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you can feel it. You can feel like something isn't quite right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like, you just gotta pay attention to like what's going on, and then take everything with a grain of salt. And then also just you can learn from history. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of us is old enough to remember a lot of things that happened. In 01.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was how old was I? I was like in middle school when that popped off. But yeah. I can remember like how my parents were reacting to everything.
I can remember that like it was yesterday. I was in the 6th grade. Yep, when that happened.
How? Because I feel like maybe I was like I know I was in middle school. Maybe I was like 7th or 8th grade. Okay, yeah, but I know for a fact I was in middle school.
I was in the 6th.
And I remember that morning how my mom was like, we had stopped at 7-Eleven that morning because that was like her thing to get coffee. And when she came out, she was like, I don't know if I should drop you off at school today. She was like, it's something going on. And then when all these video clips start coming out and the way Bush was moving, he was moving real foul.
When I was at school, when everything popped off and we didn't do, it was like everybody was just
in a panic.
Work.
Yeah,
and
straight up.
I used to have to stay in aftercare growing up. I didn't get out right after school, and they cut all that short. Where my mom's best friend, she picked us up.
Yeah, people were shook, and then later on, years later, stuff started coming out, and it was just like, I don't, what they said happened. I don't know if that's what really happened.
And that's what I'm saying. So then, a lot of people call it cancer behind all that. All that.
And then, man, look, we ain't finna go down that rabbit hole. We gonna try to stay on topic, y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're just making a point that there has been things that have happened in this country, outside this country. It's stuff that's happened that everything that what they say is not what it seems, and you kind of just gotta read in between the lines, and then stuff gonna start coming out eventually. So we'll continue to follow this story. Do I believe that y'all just ran up over there and snatched this man about his country. No, I don't believe that. I believe there is much more to that story, and I'm pretty sure in time it will come out. This whole Greenland thing, real quick, I want to talk about that. Let me ask you this: do you have any idea as to why there is such a big push for the United States to acquire Greenland? Like, do you got any, like, what are your thoughts on that? Because the first thing I started thinking about is that doggone movie with Gerard Butler.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie too. If y'all haven't checked it out, it's called Greenland.
It's called Greenland. Yeah. That's where they're trying to get to in the movie. And there's a part 2 out. Remember I told you it's at the movies right now.
Yeah.
There's a Greenland 2 out right now. That's the first thing I start thinking about. Like, is y'all trying to acquire Greenland because it's about to pop off, and that's going to be the only, because in the movie everybody trying to get to Greenland because that's the safe zone. But so what's
they
good?
Trying to acquire it, they ain't finna be for America. It's gonna be for they folks.
For who?
I'm talking about like Trump, like in his family.
Oh yeah. No. But like, hold on, pause. Because remember in the movie, it was like only a select few. It was you know how everybody was like.
So now let me ask you, what select few they finna get?
Can you give me a minute? Let me make my point here. In the movie, remember, it was like people that had, I don't know if they had wristbands or whatever, but they were selected, remember? So yeah, it ain't gonna be everybody. It's not gonna be the whole all 300 plus million of us running to some Greenland. Absolutely not. But it was a select, they pre-selected people to go. So do you think that's why they're trying to acquire Greenland now? I watched a clip of Trump earlier, and he was saying that they want to acquire Greenland for national security. That's what he was saying. Now, when you say national security, are you saying y'all need to set up, are you trying to set up are you trying to have our military set up? Because, like, what do you mean by national security? Like, what's going on? Like, we finna be at war? Are we at war? Is war coming? Like, what's up? What's good? Like, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on.
Yeah, to be honest with you.
And then he over here standing on business like, y'all can either give it to us and just voluntarily give it to us, or we, you know what I'm saying? It's up. That's how this man said. Like, that's how he talking. It's up. Like, you can either give it to us, or we can do it the nice way, or we can do it the hard way. But it's your decision.
Look, to be honest with you, I don't know. For like why they trying to acquire it. Could be about the movie, but shoot.
I mean, predictive programming. We just spoke about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, that's why I got to lean on the Lord, because I know I ain't gonna be selected to go. Oh no, I don't want to go anyway. Even if I was selected, I ain't trying to go. You know what I'm saying? I start thinking about the Book of Revelation, like how they, y'all was gonna ask the rocks to fall on y'all and be y'all trying to hide from the wrath. You ain't gonna hide from nothing. Whatever gonna happen, gonna happen. That's true. Greenland ain't protected. The Lord gonna get you. He coming to get you. Period. Period. And that's just it. That's just it. So, okay. So what's yeah, so man, look, y'all, we can be all night on Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trump out here, funny, man.
Yeah, Trump moving. One thing, look, like I said, I ain't for the left nor the right. I ain't going, in no direction. But one thing I can say about Trump that I respect about him is what you see is what you get. He's not trying to sugarcoat anything. He's not trying to be who y'all think he should be as the president of the United States. He's like, look, it is what it is. And basically, I understand people like, oh, he's a president, he should behave a certain way, he should speak a certain way, he should act a certain way. I hear you and I understand where y'all coming from, but he's showing you like, look, y'all trying to put us way up here. We ain't even up here. we ain't even running the show like that. It's chaos. It's a mess. This is what it look like, and I'm not gonna put on. Yeah. Because it is what it is. So that's what That's what I respect about him. But moving on. moving on to which we did drop a video earlier this week. The big story, the big story is the Anton Daniels versus Corey Holcomb. That whole fiasco. It has. Have you been checking online, seeing all the different mixed reviews?
Oh yeah, and that's the thing, man. I don't know what's the ratio or the percentages of. It ain't about who riding for who. It's just about the what word I'm trying to say, it's about what makes sense. The respect is about what we lacking these days. It's not what I'm.
It's
trying
like
to
we
say.
forgot our way in the black community. It's mind blowing to me. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. They're entitled to what they deem as morally correct and what's not correct. But at the end of the day, the way I was raised, the way I came up, it's just certain things that it's just unspoken amongst men. Like, what man allows something like that to come out of their mouth? You know what I'm saying? While he's speaking to another man, like, I guess it's just levels of respect and there's levels of disrespect, and I feel like he went too far. Like, he went too far left, especially. Corey Holcomb is in a different, he's in a different age bracket. You know what I'm saying? Like, men carry themselves differently. Like, yes, we can argue, we can disagree, but it ain't have to go that far left. Like, wow, what straight man even says that out of his mouth?
Look, I ain't finna get on the whole because I think homie kind of
saying some stuff like that, and the people that's
kind of shaky anyway.
Yeah.
But the thing that I can't even forget the word, but I'm gonna stick with respect. It's a lack of respect amongst each other these days. Like, it's close to none. Don't nobody have no respect no more. Don't nobody have no nothing, And this dude straight up had an agenda to go on this man's show and to get him out of character. He hit below the belt, and like I said, I don't know the ratio between like the percentage of who riding for who, but when I was doing the research and looking at the comments, a lot of people was on AD side, I guess, of how they felt about Corey in the past. Y'all not even looking at what went on that night, the disrespect that this man flew from all the way from Detroit to go to LA and disrespect this man, on his platform. This man, Corey, invited him over. You had to, what I'm saying? You had to get the invitation for you to come to this man's studio. So I don't know where you get cool points for going to somebody's platform and disrespecting them like that. That's what I don't like. And everybody riding on, Corey started it, or Corey deserved it, or Anton stood his ground. That man that stood and stand no ground. That was a coward move. And if you know you didn't too much care for Corey, and Corey, either if Corey reached out to you or whatever the case may be, you say no. Me, I don't know why even Corey even reached out to this man if that's what happened. You know what I mean? I don't know how they linked up, but to me, Corey know better. I look at him as the big dog. He the older person. You know what I'm saying? So you know better. And Corey, and I'm a big Corey fan. I watched the 5150. So Corey always talk about protecting his peace, and he vet people out. And can't know anybody that's coming on the show. Well,
definitely
he failed at this.
Yeah,
you literally let anybody come on your show. Like, I don't care how big Anton platform is. This man they don't mesh. It was like mixing water with oil with this. They have two different perspectives on things.
And it's okay to have.
And that's okay, yes. Yeah. It's okay to have conversation and disagree with each other. We all human. We're going to do that. But the lack of respect, and I felt like that's what Anton was sent to do. He came.
He knew what was going to trigger him.
He knew what was going to trigger him. Like I said, I watched the 5150, and Anton constantly was saying, I did my research. You didn't do enough research, and I see somebody say Corey disrespecting him first.
Absolutely, look, we're not saying that he did. We're not
saying Corey is innocent. You know what I mean? We're not saying it, but Anton went below that belt.
Like, we saying that there's level to disrespect to, and then also we can't. My opinion. This is my opinion. We can't normalize men speaking to each other that way. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when is it ever acceptable for a straight man to speak to another straight man and say something about sucking some D? Come on now. Like, why are we playing like, if let's say a group of men are at the barbershop having a debate about basketball or whatever, and then somebody just gets to the point where they talking about sucking some D.
Right. Stuff
is about to go left.
Right. And we appreciate you commenting, but just hear us out. I'm 34. Corey is about 55, 56. I'm not sure which one. So you in the barbershop and I'm over here talking about some sucking D. I mean, he an OG at the end of the day. And like I said, that was on his platform. So they were on two levels in the lecture. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, homie Anton went up there with an agenda. And that, I stand on that. Anton coming from way a different place. And we forgetting the fact that this man is talking about something he don't identify as black. Corey,
it's like all that went over everybody's head.
It went over everybody's head.
Nobody even, you know what I'm saying? I don't hear anybody talking about that point, that fact that he made. You know what I'm saying?
Corey stick up for our folks, man. And that's what it's about at the end of Anton not even for our folks. I know a lot of people don't like Corey, and that's cool. You ain't gotta like him, but
he a little rough. You know what I'm saying?
Rough around the edges.
He can rub me the wrong way, but at the end of the day, just how I was raised, people that are older than me, my elders, they just deserve a level of respect. Even if I feel like an older person may be getting a little bit out of pocket, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be like, you know what? This is going left. I'm finna cut the conversation short. Before I disrespect my elder, before I just get all the way just where I'm gonna feel bad at the end of the day, I'm just gonna cut the conversation off. Like, you know what? Maybe we can revisit this at a different time. Before I just go all the way left, I'm just gonna cut it off.
Exactly.
As men, black men, they got, both of them have large platforms.
Yes.
And we got to show the youth that there is a better way to converse amongst each other, and we can disagree, but we can do it respectfully. It should have never gotten to that point.
Exactly.
And
did Corey handle it like I feel like he should have? No, I feel like Corey should have when it got to that point, I feel like Corey should have cut it off then. You know what? This ain't going nowhere. You can go and exit the door. You know what I mean?
Yes, it should have been. Yes. He should have just cut it off. Now you looking. I mean, at the end of the day, if you put the volume on mute and you just watching it, both of them look like fools.
Yeah, both of them look like fools.
And you don't know who said what first, and you just got it on mute, and you just watching these two black dudes hopping up and down out of their seats and moving D out the way and all this other stuff. Both of y'all look foolish.
Exactly.
As black people, we just gotta do better.
Exactly. And like I said, I'm a fan of Corey, and I'm not trying to take his side, but I expected more out of him. I was disappointed in Corey.
Shouldn't even had to do.
He shouldn't have had to come to that point. Shouldn't even had to do that. That was my biggest opinion. He shouldn't even had him there. Period. AD's on like that man love white folk. You know what I'm saying? Look, I ain't even trying to get on that part, but he came on there, and then when I looked at his when you go on his page, somebody else's page, I can't even remember. They were talking about Republicans versus Democrat. Corey is not that man ain't choosing no parties. He talk the real all the time. I just say go watch it, but them two should never even got together, man. That's just me. Corey, that's what he disappointed me at, was even inviting this man. You probably don't watch Corey, respectfully. Like Anton, thank you. Anton is a clown. I'm with you, Roy Roots. But look, like I said, respectfully, that conversation should have been cut short right then and there when it got to the below the belt,
he knew, and this man Corey Holcomb always talking about some backdooria and all this other stuff. You know how this man is about that. He's sensitive when it comes to that type of stuff. And men in that age group are. My father is in that age group, and he not gonna play like, you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna just be talking that kind of. You ain't gonna talk that type of nonsense to my daddy. I'm sorry. Nah. So, and I understand. Like, we just gotta understand. Like, the generations are different. Perhaps in these younger generations, that type of rhetoric, that type of talk is acceptable. But in that generation, it's not. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I'm an old soul. I don't even want to. And then I'm just going to say this real quick. There were women in the room. I grew up where, men spoke differently in front of women. You know what I'm saying?
Women and kids back in the day.
Yeah, like men didn't speak a certain way. Like that type of talk is like I said, barbershop talk. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's just men around, and even then, it still was below the belt. You know what I'm saying? It was just below the belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that Corey Holcomb was like, "Oh, you be kissing the white man, da da da." Okay, yeah, he said that, and could he have used his words differently? Yes, but this could have went a different way. Anton Daniels could have used that comment that Corey Holcomb made, because a lot of people think that about Anton. So he could have used that and explained himself. I'm like, look, I know a lot of y'all misunderstand me, but that's not who I am. I'm not kissing the white man's blah blah blah. But that's not what he did. Nah. Instead, you went extra low and said that this man be sucking black folks D. That's what he said.
All right.
Very derogatory. Like, how we...
And I ain't gonna lie, I was ready to turn the show off after... And like I said, I watch Corey every Tuesday. I was getting ready to turn the show off when Anton Daniels started talking about some... We ain't got no history or whatever, the whole black history and capitalism. Dude, don't.
The slavery was capitalism, and
don't go there.
Like, it was just business transactions, and that's, come on, y'all. Like, so a lot of the stuff that he said, it went over our heads when this situation happened.
Yeah, when that situation happened.
And we just went past that, but.
And he tried to make it seem like people ain't born with it, with that hate. Some of these people is born with that hate, man.
Absolutely.
They born and raised with it.
Yeah.
This stuff is still deep in the South. Deep everywhere.
And this man, then I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get off of this, because I'm really tired of I'm tired of it. I'm going to say this and I'm be done with it. This man said he's a Christian first before he's black. He identifies as Christian. Well, if you are a Christian, this is what he says. The way that he displayed, the type of behavior that he displayed, is that representative of being a Christian? Like, is that what Christians are all about? I don't know. I'm out of the church. I'm out of Christianity. I'm out of all of that. But I'm asking, is that the representation that Christians want? That you talking to your brother all out of turn? He's just totally out of line.
Exactly, because you're supposed to be setting a high example. I know all of us just humans and we ain't perfect. We get triggered, but Man, I just wish Corey should never even invited him. I ain't gonna even stunt.
Period. But anything else on this?
Shoot, nah, it is what it is at this point, man. It is what it is.
All right.
You know.
All right. Moving right along. So next, we definitely got to cover some Texas news. Yella Beezy was supposed to be back in court for this trial. With the I just found out today. Matter of fact, I did not know that he's being charged with capital murder. Did we talk about that before? Why do I feel like that's just new news to me? They're charging him with capital murder of Mo 3.
I heard that a couple of weeks ago.
It was so new to me, unless it just, I don't know, I just got shocked again. Maybe when I read it, I got shocked again.
I felt like that was a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
But like, maybe we did talk about this, because I'm like, is that a tactic with the prosecutors trying to charge him with capital murder, knowing good and well, y'all are, like, is this all, I don't know, it's too much conspiracies going on around this whole case, okay? Yeah. Too many conspiracies. But really quickly, condolences goes out to Yellow Beezy. He just lost his mother, and he was due back in court. What was it, today, yesterday, or sometime this week? He was due back in court, but he just lost his mom, and that is why this case is on a delay.
Right.
I don't want to be insensitive about the whole Yellow Beezy Mo 3 case. However, the streets be talking, and it's just a lot of negativity on Mo 3 name. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend nobody, but dude low key was a menace out here in these streets.
Yeah, the streets was talking, and I ain't hear not one good about his name yet.
Talented artist.
Oh yeah, homie could spit.
Talented artist.
Why, as y'all know, he was working with Boosie before he was killed, and I can see why Boosie basically was trying to work with him. But far as like on his personal level, yes, sources that we know, it ain't good. Far as like what he be doing out here, I'm not gonna speak on homie,
right.
Homie, may he rest in peace. But
And then we can't forget that Yellow Beezy was shot.
Yeah, Yellow Beezy was shot on that highway.
That's wild.
Yeah, what was it, like a year or two prior?
Prior to, yes, it was. And so now, just like when Yellow Beezy got shot, streets was talking. When Mo 3 got killed, streets was talking. Now that Yellow Beezy's mother has passed away, the streets is talking.
And don't forget about Errol Spence when he had that accident. Streets was talking.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's a lot of talk around this whole situation, and so now people are saying, this was Yellow Beezy's mother passing. Is that a sacrifice? Going in, like, the timing is very, the timing, baby, the timing.
I sure hope not.
I hope not too. And Yellow Beezy is young, that's young to lose your mother.
He's like 33,
yeah, somewhere around there. I couldn't even imagine, like that's tough. That is tough. But I don't know.
Yeah, when you get in this industry,
I don't know.
Stuff happen,
just,
man. Stuff happen.
And this is a lot of violence, a lot of death, a lot of destruction is right around him. So I don't know. I don't know, but we definitely will, because we had already stated that we were going to follow the court case. When he started going to court, so we ready to hop on the case, and boom, it's delayed now. So we'll be waiting to see what happens. We'll be waiting. So he got a lot on his shoulders right now, a lot. And it just adds more conspiracies. Then I also read that they said that another reason why they were delaying it was there was an overabundance of evidence. Now, what they meant by that, an overabundance of evidence, why would that delay the case? I don't know.
I personally thought that was cap.
Yeah, did you read that as well?
Yeah,
when I read that, I was like, okay, what does that mean? Like, and why would that cause for a delay? Is it because y'all got to comb through the evidence? I don't know.
I thought that was cap.
I don't know.
I mean, if anything, it would be some text messages, but
I don't know. That, man. And in a way, when Mo 3 got killed, the way they kept showing it on the news and all the footage, man, that was a tough watch.
Yeah,
that was a tough watch. And I somebody like me, I'm watching that and my mind started going, like, what was he thinking? You're like, what was his last thoughts? And when you see him run around and go to the side of the car, and it's just like, why you go over there? Like,
and look,
I ain't need to see that.
For the people that I go through Dallas a lot, man, 35 is a beast to be hopping on trucks and jumping off bridges, whatever Spider-Man moves this man was making.
Look, you couldn't tell me that guy was not like some kind of hitman. The way that he executed that was some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I can't even remember how it started. It started with some road rage.
I don't think it was like road rage, but I think he knew like somebody was like chasing him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he stopped the car on the middle of the highway.
This stuff crazy. Only in Dallas, y'all. Only in Dallas.
Then
it was crazy.
Because so-called, they said he was looking for the gun inside. Because if y'all watch the video, which we're going to pull up everything once all that stuff starts getting going. But if you watch the video, he went to the passenger side of a car. Now, supposedly,
he keep his gun
in a glove bag, but supposedly it wasn't there. So somebody, quote-unquote, set him up. And then it went down from there. So, man, I don't know. It be wild out here, man.
It sure does. Like,
that's why they call it the dirty D.
Baby, what? That part right there. But there's I will leave it later when we upload this. I will leave the content creators information in the description and the link to the video. There was a documentary that was done on Mo 3. Did we watch it together? Did I send it to you? Did you ever watch that, Mo?
Nah, I ain't watched
that. That was it was eye-opening about Mo 3. I was like, ooh, this dude here, man, Mo 3, I don't know, man, like,
yeah,
I don't know. And then, people that I know personally that I'm close with they have some good things to say about old Mo. Like, look, man, I don't know. I can say this: talented artist. I hate that. Here it is again. We, here another black man versus another black man.
Right.
And in this case, it ended violently. So this, to go back to Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb about how stuff can go left.
Right.
The situation with Mo 3 and Yellow Beezy, it went to a place of this man out on this earth no more.
Right.
So
that's how stuff goes real quick.
It go left that fast. So that brings it back to the point that we were trying to make in regards to Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. You can't be out here talking reckless, talking crazy to anybody.
Yeah, and that's what Corey was trying to tell him.
He was trying to explain that to him.
He was trying to tell him, like, you can't. And that's all we were saying. We ain't saying one is a saint and one not.
No, not at all.
And don't forget about Boosie. He was at the Mo 3 visual and got shot. That's why he got shot at.
Okay, so here it is. Like, it's real out here. It's real. It is real out here. You can't You can't be moving shady. You can't be talking crazy. Like, come on, man. Like, we as black people, we got to do a little bit better. You know, a little bit at a time. I know somebody be like, shoot, no, black people need to do a lot better. Yes, we do, but let's start at a little. Let's get a little by little by little. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. At the end of the day, I don't want to see our brothers, you know, arguing with each other, killing each other, you know, going head to head. You know, we got to do better. We just got to do better.
Most definitely.
Point blank period.
And definitely don't want see our brothers talking about something what they don't identify as.
Thank you. And I'll
bring that back.
And I don't want to hear our brothers talking about some sucking no D. I don't want to ever hear that out of no straight man mouth. I don't want to hear that. You a straight man. I don't want to hear nothing about sucking D. Period. Come on, man. Come on, black man. We gotta do better. You know? Shoot. Unless y'all want Trump to come snatch y'all up. Because, you know, he's snatching up everybody.
Man, Trump snatching up everybody out here. Trump snatching up white folks. You do with the ice, with the shooting the white woman in the face or whatever that happened.
Oh, why you would make me laugh? Look, people gonna be canceling us.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, so 2026 has started off with a bang. It is conflict everywhere. It's new conflict, pre-existing conflicts. It's just conflict. It's everybody versus everybody. So hopefully we can change the dynamics. Things can get a little bit better instead of everybody versus everybody. You know, we need to try to come together, try to reel it back.
Right, and we do need to be. Cause we
forgot about it. We didn't get on Drewski.
The Drewski situation. What I was finna say with that, because I heard it was a lot of controversy about people
Drewski. I forgot about him
getting mad.
Oh yeah, but Christians.
It was funny because there's a lot of mega pastors that play. You know, I didn't see clips, you know, of pastors was doing exactly what we was doing, flying around in the air and all this type of stuff. And yes, it is pastors that's out here that's, you know, your congregation is broke, but the pastor fly,
baby. What? Ain't missing a beat.
So I mean, it's the truth. You know, a lot of truth is coming out these days, and
at least he didn't do it. He wasn't ugly about it.
No, he wasn't ugly. He made it as a joke.
It was funny. Yeah. He ain't get online and just start bashing. You know what I'm saying? Like he told the truth. People get mad, you know, when they get hit with the truth.
Yeah, it was a joke, and I heard a lot of people was offended by it or whatever.
I wasn't offended, and I grew up in the church.
Oh yeah, we all grew up in the church. I mean,
period. Grew up in the church.
It's okay to say, okay, this church is playing. Not all churches are playing. We ain't saying all churches are playing, but the ones that's playing, yes, they need to get exposed. There's some churches out here.
Look, we talking about closing the doors.
Closing the doors. What he said, 2,000. I can't even remember what he was.
But it was another pastor. What video was that? It was a video where they were just showing different clips of these pastors, and it was one pastor that was saying like, he was like, it's 17 people in here they can sow $10,000 right now.
What's up with folks' bank account? Some of these folks' bank account in the negatives, and I can talk about that because mine's be up in there. If I let it slip up in there, it's true. It's true. Like, I'm just being real. I ain't gotta fake the phone. So yeah, how you gonna talk about getting some $10,000?
Like, baby, I barely got 10.
Sure.
Well, you talking about some 10K? Like, come on, man. Nah, these pastors be wilding out and be fresh.
And then flying around, y'all got a whole production, a whole skit at the church, a whole production. Flying around. What you need to be flying around for when there's people out here hurting?
And then I don't know why. You know, it was. I'm assuming because you know Drewski is a black entertainer, so I'm assuming that most of the people that was outraged were black people. But that goes across the board. It ain't just the black pastors that's out here playing. You know, you got some white ones out here that's playing big time. Do you hear me?
We can go beyond playing. We can go. Some folks out these pastors is nasty.
Look up. I want y'all to look up Kenneth Copeland. Look up Kenneth Copeland. I'm about to put it in the chat.
If y'all haven't seen it already, because that was real viral.
And then come back and holler at me, because that man right there, come on, man.
Pastor got jets and everything out here.
That part.
Y'all, every pastor ain't no saint. You gotta watch your chosen around these folks.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of people is running around here playing, so y'all just gotta watch out, man. Ain't nothing to be offended by.
You know, sometimes we be getting too sensitive. We just be sensitive about everything, child.
Yeah, if y'all offended, that mean y'all pastor flying around the air with the offering basket above y'all head.
Ooh, child, please. These folks know they be mad.
Nah, we ain't bashing the church.
Not at all.
Grew up in the church. We know church inside and out.
Yes. Yeah, Kenneth, who I said?
Sunday school, everything.
Kenneth Copeland and I know y'all know about Creflo Dollar. Y'all need to look him up too. Look them up. And that's gonna them two alone will prove Drewski's his point. And then you know how he had the Christian Dior suit jacket on. Man, these pastors be fly, man. What?
Then he had the red bottoms. I'm sleeping in the blood of Jesus. He better be clean. Cars be clean.
Man.
I'm not saying pastor gotta be broke. Ain't nobody saying that. But yes, some of them is playing out here. Ain't nobody saying pastor gotta be walking around. He catching a bus and stuff like that. Ain't nobody talking about that. Nah, but some of these pastors is playing.
Absolutely.
Like that. I mean, that's just the truth. I mean, we in 2026. A lot of stuff is exposed. A lot of people, y'all government playing.
Yeah. So what you think? What you think the church doing? Come on now. What y'all think? Come on now. But yeah, yeah, y'all gotta get out y'all feelings, man. Yeah, I feel like they was more upset at Drewski than they were at Marvin Sapp with close the door.
Close the door. Empty your bank out now. I got this Bentley to get.
Look, and then they be on some look. We ain't leaving the church till we hit a certain goal.
You wasn't finna shut no doors on me. I walk out.
My thing is this: so y'all counting the money as it come in?
Man, counting the money.
That's
why he was in the back with the money machine. And like I say, it's all jokes. There ain't no disrespect to the church.
Absolutely not.
We ain't finna play with the church like that. Mm-hmm. But some of the stuff is true. That's why. You know, a lot of stuff that's just surface level. That's just being funny in our black churches. You know, when we go all deeper off into all this Catholic and all that other
it's
stuff.
Other stuff going on besides, you know, he only really touched the surface. Really,
just the surface.
He ain't get into the other
stuff and getting touched and everything else.
And everything else
exactly
that they got going on up in the church. Okay,
it was just
shoot.
And you know, don't I ain't trying to misquote it or anything. I don't even have enough information on it. But I saw it. I ain't even read it. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. But it was a woman that killed her husband, which was a pastor.
Oh, you know, I love those what do you call it, those crime shows, and there's quite a few content creators that I watch on YouTube that just go over like different cases. And man, I have watched so many cases where the husband killed the wife and he a pastor, or vice versa, the wife killed the husband and they in the church, she first lady. Like, man, look, it be going down in the church. Like, for real. So this little stuff that he was showing,
it was just for fun.
That was just funny. But it's some real stuff going on. Exactly. Like, for real. You know, so why do people feel like the church is above criticism? There ain't nobody out here above criticism.
And that's what we got to do as a people, we might love our pastors, and yes, they're supposed to be held at a higher
Absolutely.
standard.
Yes.
But don't forget who the Lord is. At the end of the day, they're just man. You can't put that much on them where they can't make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? These people make mistakes just like we do. There's only one Lord. That's why it's okay to go to church, but you have to hit that Bible for yourself. You know what I mean, and get your own understanding. So church is supposed to be where we get our lessons, and we supposed to fellowship amongst each other. It takes unity.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
For them prayers to work.
Yeah.
And that's what church is supposed to be for. But yes, there's a lot of folks running around playing. I mean, everybody out here that's on that pulpit, don't have good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord didn't give everybody that skill, that blessing, that gift to hold that type of commitment. Some of these, they make mistakes.
Yeah.
And some of them is just pure evil.
Yes. So yes.
And then some of them are just pure playing. The one with Juice, he just demonstrated that just all play right there.
Boy, that was too funny. Yeah, I had just added in the chat Eddie Long. That's the one I was trying to think about. Eddie Long. That's the one that had the little stuff going on with the cheering and everything else.
And he had a big old church.
That part right there. So y'all ought to be glad Drewski went light. He went light on the church. So folks might have want to pipe it down because he could do a part 2. And I don't think y'all be ready for a part 2 because the part 2 probably will not be funny at all.
Exactly. And he kind of know Juicy kind of on up there getting in that industry, so I'm pretty sure he done seen some stuff, heard some stuff, and knows some stuff.
And it don't even take being in the industry to have seen some stuff in the church. Like I'm sure we all then seen something in the church that kind of made us had the side eye and be like, what?
And not even so much on the pastor, it be the folks in the congregation.
Oh, the congregation
right there in that front row.
Yes, congregation be a whole that's what you need to do next is the congregation and how much mess be going on with them.
Right there in that front row, they'll read you up and down and
oh yeah,
be having all kind of games in the world on their end.
Yeah,
all kind of mess behind them.
That's what you call that's your church politicians, baby. But so I think we hit everything. We briefly spoke on Trump and everybody that he's going after. We revisited Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels situation. We touched on Yellow Beezy and Mo 3, and we have wrapped it up with Drewski versus the church, baby. We appreciate y'all that tuned in. Big shout out to that was Chico G24.
Yeah, big shout out to homie, man.
Yes, we appreciate your comments. We appreciate your point of view and tuning in with us. Big shout out to Royal Roots. We always see you. You've been rocking with us since day one. We definitely appreciate you. And so we will catch y'all in the next one. I'm out. Anything you got to say? You want to wrap it?
Man, y'all stay blessed, and like I said, shout out to all the people that's in the chat room and all the people that's tuning in. Without y'all, we'll just be up here talking to ourselves. So we appreciate every comment and every view. So shout out to y'all. But yeah, y'all stay blessed this week, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. We out.